So the 2024 WWE Draft is officially over, and to describe the draft in one word, it was boring. It was boring. It was pointless, like a Tony Khan interview. Like, it was just the same shit, just a different day. I had tried to get it each and every way. Mama need a house. My bad. Shout out to Ace Hood. Like, it was just, nothing changed. All the champions stayed on the same show. Basically, like 80% of the roster stayed on the same show. So at this point, why did we do the draft? Hell, the WNBA draft was more exciting than this. Dead ass. So you know what? We're going to rebook the 2024 WWE Draft, and we're going to do it right now. Now, before I get started, I gotta have some parameters. I gotta go over some parameters before we get started. Let's start off with Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns is not going to be eligible to be drafted. Why? Because the final boss, The Rock, has gifted Roman Reigns the ability to be a free agent, not only to put heat on The Rock, who's not even there, but also to give Roman Reigns the ability to have a fresh storyline. So now he gets to pick and choose what show he goes on when he comes back on his nice mini vacation. Also, injuries. Seth Rollins and Charlotte, two of your top main eventers, are on injured reserve, and they are also ineligible to be drafted, which brings me to the last piece of business, which is there's a rule in place to where people that have signed exclusive contracts to shows, whether Raw or SmackDown, within the past 6 months also cannot be drafted. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense for people to have signed exclusive contracts and then automatically be in the draft. CM Punk will stay on Raw. Tiffany Stratton, Jade, Braun Breaker, Randy Orton will stay on SmackDown, and Andrade will also stay on Raw. Those are the only other parameters for the 2024 WWE Draft. Everything else is a go. So let's start off with the number one pick of the 2024 Draft. Nick Aldis won the coin toss, and he gets to choose first, and he picks, wow, Cody Rhodes, your new WWE champion. Cody Rhodes goes to SmackDown. Adam Pearce picks his first number one pick, and that will be Damian Priest, your world heavyweight champion. Next we have the second pick for SmackDown, the third pick overall, Rhea Bloody Ripley. Yes, Rhea Ripley is going over to SmackDown. And in an interesting turn of events, Nick Aldis makes a call to trade up to get the fourth overall pick in the draft. He calls over to Adam Pearce, and they make a negotiation. Now, in order for Nick Aldis to get the fourth overall pick, they make a deal to where Adam Pearce gets the next 3 picks following the fourth overall pick. So Adam Pearce gets pick number 5, 6, and 7. But it shows how important this next pick is. So now that Nick Aldis has traded up to get the 4th pick overall for his brand SmackDown, he chooses Bianca Belair. So now Bianca Belair is staying on SmackDown. Following this, Adam Pearce gets the next 3 picks, and he chooses Gunther, the Ring General. Also, he picks the women's champion, Bayley. And lastly, he picks the U.S. champion and Logan Paul. So Adam Pearce gets done choosing his 3 straight picks. Following this, Nick Aldis picks the Intercontinental Champion, Sami Zayn. The 9th overall pick, the megastar LA Knight, yeah. The 10th pick overall, and SmackDown's 4th overall pick, is the main event, Jey Uso. Judge me, Uso. The 11th overall pick, Adam Pearce chooses the man, Becky Lynch. Next, Nick Aldis, the 12th pick overall. Nick Aldis chooses, for SmackDown, Kevin Owens. Following that pick, Adam Pearce makes an interesting choice for the 13th pick overall by selecting the Bloodline. Yes, the Bloodline of Solo Sikoa, Jimmy Uso, and basically Paul Heyman are now going over to Raw. Following this pick, the next pick, the 14th pick overall, Nick Aldis chooses AJ Styles. AJ Styles is now staying on SmackDown. Next, Adam Pearce, the 15th pick overall, he chooses Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre is staying on Raw. Following this pick, the 16th pick overall, Nick Aldis chooses Judgment Day. Yes, Judgment Day, Dominic Mysterio, Finn Balor, JD McDonough are now on SmackDown. They no longer run Monday Night Raw, which means not only Mommy gets to have her faction on SmackDown, but Damian Priest is all by himself. Meanwhile, a surprising pick, the 17th pick overall, Adam Pearce makes a very shocking pick because he decides to pick Montez Ford. Yes, you heard correctly. Adam Pearce decides to choose Montez Ford. And as the commentators are in shock, the WWE fans are in shock, the universe is in shock, it's time for Nick Aldis to pick his next pick to go over to SmackDown. The 18th pick overall, Carmelo Hayes. Yes, Carmelo Hayes is going up to the main roster finally, officially, and will be a SmackDown superstar. Following this, Adam Pearce, for the 19th pick overall, chooses Ilja Dragunov to go over to Raw. He also has been called up to officially be part of the Raw roster. The 20th pick overall, Nick Aldis chooses the Pride. The Pride, who now is one man down, who only has officially Bobby Lashley, B-Fab, and D'Angelo Dawkins. Next, the 21st pick overall, Adam Pearce chooses the LWO. The LWO is now officially part of Raw, meaning Rey Mysterio, Carlito, Zelina Vega, and some other jabroni, I don't know his name, is part of Raw. The 22nd picks overall, Nick Aldis says we're going to keep it on the tag teams, and he chooses Awesome Truth. Awesome Truth, your new tag team champions is now part of SmackDown. Well, of course, following this, the 23rd pick overall, Adam Pearce chooses Grayson Waller and Austin Theory to now be your tag team champions for Raw. And I'm only going to do 2 more picks. The 24th pick overall, Nick Aldis chooses Liv Morgan. So now Liv Morgan is part of SmackDown. And lastly, the 25th pick overall, Anna Pierce chooses Nia Jax. And that's how I would have did the whole WWE 2024 draft. To me, again, it made no sense to have none of the champions move to different shows. That takes all the excitement out of the draft. People want to see what champions are going to go to what show. And also, you can still have your main feud still be intact. I kept Rhea and Liv on the same show. Drew and CM Punk on the same show. Like, those are your main feuds as of right now. Well, that's what I would have done. Of course, I can't do the entire roster. We'll be here all day. But that's what I would have done. Let me know if you done the draft. What would be your top 20 picks, 25 picks, top 10 picks, whatever. Let me know below what you were looking forward to, what you thought, who you thought was going to be on what show. Comment below. Like, comment, subscribe, share, all the things are the things. Welcome to the High Beach. This is Hayes Arcade, your hardcore casual fan. And if you're not down with that, I got 2 words for you. Suck it.
I'm the best. I'm the best in the world.